Hello, Akku here again. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 1 of my 1.5.2 beta, version 0.7 with Greg Tech, of course. Season 2 because it's a brand new server. We're now on our virtualized server machine, and we've got a bit of a lousy start in a what do you call it? Is it a tiger? No, it's an actual ice mountain. Right, so I need to do a few things, starting at night time as well. That's nice and dangerous, isn't it? Wintry bees. It's morning, so that's alright. Let's just hang around here for a minute then. A couple of options to change. Right, so new server. Hopefully this server will stay through to an actual recommended 1.6 build, and hopefully we won't need any more server resets for a long time. Everything's how I like it there. OpenGL on, max FPS, graphics on fast. Let me just actually try something. Graphics on fancy. Does F7 work? F7 does not work. And F9? No. Okay. Watch this. If you put graphics on fast instead, then it'll work. Yeah, so that's still an issue, but that's an issue we can easily fix by keeping graphics on fast. Right, so next, press M. I want cave mode off. I want radar. I want hostiles off, and I think the rest can stay as it is. I prefer the square map. There we go. And bottom right. Bottom right because I also like to go into my options there. I'm in recipe mode, that's good, and I like to have highlight tips shown, so then when I'm looking at something you can see what I'm looking at. Oh, it's in the middle now. Okay, move to the middle, has it? Well, if that's the case, I'll move the map back to the top right then. Okay, excellent. Right, so now I'll look at the big map and zoom out, and there's fucking snow everywhere. This is one of the few times I'm tempted to cheat, you know, when you're starting a world, just to start in somewhere livable, because I like biomes like this, but they're not very fun to live in. Right, I'm going to go for a bit of a wander. I'll cut camera just because me running through a gigantic mountain snowy biome isn't going to be much fun, so I should be back in a little bit. Hello there, so I'm back again, and I did come back on last night and do a little bit more, but I've just replayed it back and it was a bit boring. It was just me. I started at about 0-0, and you can see now I'm at minus 660, minus 200. I came about 700 this way, west, and I got out of the snow biome. There's a snowy biome that I was in. I got out, I came a bit north. I found a Thorncraft great wood tree with spider webs on it, and looked in the chest there. I didn't get much from it, but got a little bit of stuff like that. Got some iron and stuff. And then I saw this little village on the map. It's the tiniest little village I've ever seen. It's 3 buildings, and I kind of liked it. Yeah, 3 buildings, church, and 2 little houses there. So I decided to live here. And all I did last night was skeleton died there. I wonder where he was, I could hear him. All I did was I made some basic Tinker's Construct stuff. Not made any tools or anything yet. Here's the stuff that I've got up to now. So I've got a little bit of iron and lead and olivine. A couple of single use of firing nets from the chest under the Thorncraft tree, the great wood tree. And there we go, I've got a bed. And a couple of empty chests over here. So I've not done much at all. Yeah, replaying it back, it was a bit boring. It was just me running around talking shit. Right, first thing I want to do is, just so you know, there you go, there's a seed for the world. I'll put that in the video description as well. I guess plans for this series, and then have a quick look at the new mods. Well, so this is of course season 2 because new server and all that. Hopefully this server will last all the way through to 1.6 and a proper version of Ultimate again. I think it'll be able to go to Ultimate without needing a server restart. Of course, because we've got Mistcraft, we can always just create ages for World Gen. And there's a kind of like a bit of a new, I say, a new trend kind of forming between the modders that actually adding retro gen to the world, which is pretty cool. So you can actually force some world gen if you had a mod later, which I really like the look of and the sound of. That's really cool. But I know a couple of mods have started doing that. I don't know if it's going to become a thing that they all start doing, but if they did, that'd be really cool. So my plans to start off are going to be Mistcraft, because we want to be able to travel around, and I want to get a Mistcraft mining age up before we get to quarries. And Tom and Jim like the turtles, so if they could have somewhere to wreck this server with the turtles instead of having to wreck the overworld, that'd be good. So that's one of my early things I'll be doing is Mistcraft. Of course, in fact, let's make that 2. Let's start again. First of all, Tinker's Constructs, because I want decent pick. So Tinker's Constructs is going to be the first thing I'm kind of aiming at. Obviously, I want to get a decent pick so I can manually mine a good amount of stuff, and I'll probably make a pick for the guys as well. And then Mistcraft, because of what I just said. I'm going to be doing bees and Thaumcraft, but I'm going to be doing like I did in the last series. I did little supplemental episodes with bees, so that if you don't like bees, you can just totally ignore them episodes. But I am going to be using bees, extra bees in the pack, and magic bees. So I'll be doing a lot of that. So I'll be doing that as a little separate episodes though, and I'm going to do the same with Thaumcraft. So one day I might do a little 10-minute extra bee episode. The next day I might do 10 minutes Thaumcraft, or probably won't be every day, but I'll be doing all my Thaumcraft research and building in little separate episodes, same with the bee stuff. So 3, let's go with bees, Thaum, and they'll be separate episodes. And then other than that, of course, it's going to be getting MFA farms going, tree farm, other farms, and I'm not putting a number there, for MFA farms. Then we get going, and then 5 is going to be using them to generate power, probably from using a bioreactor. Biogenerator I might use it first, and then going on to steam boilers. We've got power converters in here, so I don't need to use steam engines. It is a bit cheap, and some people think it's a bit too cheap, but I like the fact that it's real compact, so I'm going to use that. I might still use steam turbines just because I never got to use them in the other series, even though I could just use power converters for that as well, but you know. And then ultimately start building base infrastructure, part building processing, I guess. Power, then processing. I forgot to put the bloody number down. And then quarry, because once we've processed, we can start making processing machines to make stuff like titanium. And then planning logistics, start getting it all linked together using the network. And then 9, build a giant big bastard. Build a big war armor 40k Titan to live in. So that's my plan. Big Warhammer 40k Titan. I've been wanting to do it for ages. So I'm going to build like a little makeshift base, a temporary base that all my stuff's going to go in. And at some point that's going to be getting changed to a big Titan. When I worked out before, if I'm at sea level, which I'm a little bit above him at 70, if I'm at sea level, it went right up to the build height, so I may have to make sure I build at sea level. It may be too high here, so it goes, build height's 255. So yeah, the way I worked out before, it pretty much touched build height. I started making it before I got to the waist. That's as high as I got. Right, I'm gonna sleep because I want to save on my own, because it's early in the morning. It's 7 AM in the morning that this video is going to go out. So there we go. There's my plans. And if that sounds really boring, you don't have to watch any of it. But if you'd like to see how that goes on, that's the kind of order I'm going to be doing things. Of course, that's not set in stone. There's new mods that. You're a bit noisy, are you? Shut up, dickheads. There's new mods in the pack. That's what I'm going to have a look at next. And of course, some of the new mods may take me on a journey that makes me veer off that plan. But that's just looks like a rough plan, so you know roughly what's going to be happening and the order it's going to be happening. Of course, MFA farm and power are very closely linked because you need one to run the other, but you need the first to, well, don't need the first, but I'm going to use the first to run the second, so they'll be like linked into one kind of build episode. First couple of episodes, as always with any kind of Minecraft, is pretty much vanilla. It's just gathering stuff in it. Organic shit can go in there for now. What was that sound? Is flint organic? It's more of a build material in it. Arrows can be classed as organic. I got a bucket out of that chest as well, which is quite nice. Nice to have a bucket. I guess I need some coal. Let's take a few sticks with me. I can't make that into a stick. I had a little bit of oak there, by the way. It was from there. 'Cause I needed a log to make one of these tables, so I pinched a log out of there. Right, so I guess let's go for an AI and see what's new. The first thing you'll see is you've got this little armor tab here. This is Tinker's Constructs. Now in the last video you saw you can make heart canisters. Heart containers, I mean. No, it is a canister, I was right. Heart canister, and you can have a maximum of 10 of these. I tried in creative the other day just to see. So that'll take your heart from 10 to 20, which is pretty awesome. It makes quite a bit of difference. You get them off random mob drops, and they take a jeweled apple, which means 4 diamonds on an apple, and they take a necrotic bone, which means you've got to kill withers in the nether, and empty canister, which means you need a smeltery because that's from putting aluminium, 4 bits of aluminium through a smeltery to make them into ingots. So that's quite a couple of little things that you need to have the capability of there, which is pretty cool. I like that. A new thing that is added is a knapsack. I cannot spell knapsack. There we go, and that adds extra inventory, which is pretty cool. I probably won't be using it because I like my ender pouch system that I always use, because then if I die I don't lose any of my stuff. Oh, I've got a steel sword and a pair of steel leggings out of that chest as well. There you go. But the knapsack adds another tab up here, but of course if you die then that's still where your corpse was, and everything that was in the knapsack apparently goes all over the floor. So I probably won't be using that, even though it's a very good addition. So thank you for that, Dio. Right, let's go through the mods like I normally do in the first episode. Advanced power management, that's new. That adds some charging stuff, IC2 stuff. IC2 I'll be getting into, but not quite yet. Storage monitor, battery station, adjustable transformer, that's pretty cool. We'll be having a look at them. Especially the HV charging bench, because I'll probably make a jetpack quite early on. I don't know what jetpack's classed as voltage wise. But I guess that HV was to charge anything, it won't blow things up that are less, I guess. But you know, adjustable transformer and emitter is pretty cool as well. So yeah, they're cool. That's a nice new addition. As I said, there's a couple of things missing that I thought would be in, like advanced machines. They're not in yet. They're the rotary macerator and stuff. I'm sure they'll get added at some point. Applied logistics. Don't think there's anything new there since the version. There is something new. There's a matter cannon. Cool. A matter cannon fires, I think, lead pellets. Oh, it's got the energy cell as well, so you can actually link networks using the energy cell. That's quite cool. I'll get into that when we get into ME network. But yeah, there's a couple of new additions into there from last time. The condenser as well, which is like a block that just destroys stuff, which is also pretty cool. I'll be using one of them once we get going with that. Next, that's all standard stuff. Nothing new there that I can see. That all looks the same. Bibliocraft. This guy has quite a lot of stuff, but no, that's the same as it was in the previous version. Binny Court, we've got bees back. One thing I need to do, which, go away you, is these have changed. the amount of mutation you can use. So once I get to the point of having alvees, I'm going to have to start looking at that. I've not actually read up on it. I thought I won't bother reading up on it until I actually get to the point where I'm going to use it, you know. So I don't know what's changed there, but the amount of frames you can have in is a limit before. If you put too many frames in, it can create a swarm and you can kill your princess. And if you spent a lot of time putting all the stats into a good princess, yeah, you don't really want to lose it. So I've been making sure that I cover that quite in depth on the B episodes, that we get the right amount of mutation and frames in our alvears when we get to that point. Charge pads is back in. That was in Ultimate. That's pretty cool. You put them next to your power source, and if you stand on them, then I think there's a range emitter as well that you don't have to stand right on them. I'm not sure. Armor drain, fishing, proximity. That might be that one. Proximity booster. Yeah. That charges you gear if you just near it. It's quite cool to have in your workshop. I've never actually used them, but might get run to that this time. Chicken chunks, always good. You know, computer pipes I don't really care. Computer craft I don't really touch because I've got a phobia of coding. Den pipes, automatic wooden pipe and valve pipe. I'll try these. So these looks like a buildcraft pipe that's got a built-in engine. Which is pretty cool. And that's a waterproof one that's got a built-in engine by the look of it. Well, valves, so same kind of thing. So yeah, they look pretty cool. Oh, I noticed we had the Den core, but I didn't know what it added. That's possibly, I don't know what else it adds. Ender storage, good old favourite of mine. Enhanced portals too. This is new. This is this lets you build nether portals however you want them and modify them quite a lot. I don't really understand it yet, but there's an automatic dial like Stargate, dial device, portal modifier. I think that's the first thing you need to make is a portal modifier. You can see it needs an enderpearl diamond, special flint and steel. Uses glowstone, so you can't actually make one until you've been to the nether by the look of it, unless you get lucky with some drops. But yeah, that looks pretty cool. You can make them any kind of shape, different colours. You can make them flat on the floor. Particle control, sound control, which is useful, I guess, because the sound of a nearby nether portal gets really irritating. So you can have one right in your base, and of course, they don't have to be 2x3. You can have them better for odd builds, because one thing with nether portals is if you're an odd build like me, where you build buildings odd shaped, odd sized, that having a even sized nether portal near them always looks wrong. So they're cool. We're definitely using that quite early on as well, because I want to get to nether pretty quick. Nothing new in equivalent exchange that I know of. I didn't actually make that last time. The glass bill was in. I don't really know what that aludel does, but I think you can make it. Yeah, look, I'll have a look at that. I think it just gets. I think Direwolf uses it just as a lighting block on his SMP series. But I'll have a look at that. Extra utilities, very good mod. Had some really nice stuff. Really worth looking at. I think I only really looked at half the things that adds as well. But I'll be definitely making some stuff from that. Factorization, I've got my pocket crafting tool, best item in the game. And I do like routers for using them again. I've kind of gone off raft lights a bit because of the invisible blocks they create. But, I was a big fan of raft lights in the past. Flat sands and sponges, I could have actually made sands there that they don't seem to have an NEI thing there, but looks like a sponge so you can wipe things off a sand without having to take off the wall. It's pretty cool. And flat sands, does that mean they add to that block rather than being taking up the space of this block? Might be pretty cool. What else we got? I forgot to get into my inventory. Christ. Forestry, cool. Gate copy. I guess that's. Oh, I don't know. It's got an iron chipset in there, so that might copy the settings of a autarkic gate or something maybe. Don't know. I'll look at that once we get further down. Well, once we get making autarkic gates and stuff. Gravity gun. Was that in? I think it was. Everyone's favourite. I thought it was Greg Tech I was talking about. Gravity Suite's back, which is cool. Gravity Suite adds advanced nano armor now. I think the one that's got a built-in jetpack, possibly. Of course the advanced jetpack. So before we get to power suits, which I've got something to tell you about as well, before we get to power suits I will be looking into these. Advanced nano suit, oh, there we go, look. It's got the advanced electric jetpack in with a nano suit, so you can build a nano suit with armor, with flight capability, which you couldn't do before. Of course, if you made a nano suit or even a quantum suit, you used to have to take it off to put your jetpack on. Now you can actually get an advanced nano chest plate, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. Advanced chainsaw and drilling stuff, that was always good anyway, I like them. And of course a gravity chest plate. So the gravity suit's back in. That's only just been added back in this version. Greg Tech, everyone loves Greg Tech. Yeah. Bronze hammer, they're new. Electric advanced wrench. Dismantle and rotator blocks of most mods. Yeah, well, I'll be using my Omni wrench, thanks. I think that works on everything again now. But I say, as much as I complain about it, it adds some of my favourite things to the game. So I will be getting to Grid Tech. That reminds me there, look, it's got the sensor kit, Grid Tech sensor kit, but nuclear control not installed. Please get that added if any of the FTB guys watch these. I probably don't, but I do like the fact you can add sensors to everything. Night time again. Noisy bloody doors. Have to go kill that zombie, aren't I? Excuse me. Get off my library. I need them books. Dick nuts. Right, I'll stay out here. Nearly there, nearly down the list. Right, modular power suits. This is changed. This has got 2 recipes. It's got, if you look, one of them is a thermal expansion type recipe. Like that's got electrum in there, for example. That's got invar. What's that? Energy conduit. That's quite interesting. And then energy cell. Look, so thermal expansion type machines, and IC2. So what we've got in here, we haven't got the Greg Tech recipes, which we had in the previous version. This is the default config, by the way. I've not touched any of this. Default config is they've moved away from the Greg Tech recipes for the modular power suit. So you've got a thermal expansion variant, and you've got an IC2 variant, which is pretty cool if you ask me. I think the modular power suit is really strong, and it will be what I'm using, even though I might just do the nano suit just for the sake of having one. I do like modular power suits, really are awesome, and that makes them actually quite reachable early on again. That's not too expensive. You know what I mean? That's well in reach early mid game, rather than as it was in the previous version, where to wait till late game. So that's good. I like that change. I'd say I like to keep configs as close to the standard pack as possible. Not that I don't know how to change config. I just think that someone should make a decision, and I like to play the pack out the box. It's like the same with any game I play. I like to play it on the settings that come out the box. And another thing similar to that is manufacturer reloaded. These by default are the thermal expansion recipes that we changed to in the last version. So now you don't have to change that config. These are all using the thermal expansion variant of the recipes rather than the Greg Tech variant. So that's pretty awesome as well. So that's maybe a bit of a change in attitude towards a certain mod that people are starting to turn their back on a little bit, possibly. I don't know, it's not for me to say. I think that's pretty much everything I know that's changed. And let's keep going down here, see if there's anything else new down here. Nothing new in Mishcraft that I don't know about, but I'll be making some of them stuff. I might actually make some in a minute if I've got a bit of wood. No, I want to get the tool first. I want to get the Tinker's Construct done, so I'll be going to do a bit of mining first. Of course, power converters back. Let's see if the recipes of this changed. No, they're the same. So these are a little bit cheap. A little bit cheap compared to, for example, you can use a combination of an energy bridge steam consumer. Just takes one commercial steam engine. So what's that up to now? 8 gold, 1 diamond, 1 commercial steam engine, and then a BC producer, which is just a consumer. So another, it's like a Sterling engine. So I've got 12 gold, a couple of engines, a diamond, and that'll take the place of the 18 steam engines. That and a few liquid ducts. 8 liquid ducts. It'll take the place of the 18 industrial steam engines you need on the side of a boiler. So it's certainly cheaper than 18 industrial steam engines. Even though that's just a lot of steel, it's not that expensive. It's just steel has a bit of a time factor, doesn't it? So it's not actually that bad, really, is it? Let's tell you what I need. Let's go get some wood. While I'm studying, doing now, talking, I might as well be chopping a bit of wood down, and I getting a little fence corralled in for some cows. And I think that's pretty much covered all the extras in the mods I knew about that are on the actual NEI, things that you can craft. There's a couple of other things that have been added. One of them, in fact, let's just double check. I've right down to the bottom. Oh, vending, that's new. Tinker's Construct, I've seen on Dywell's channel there's like tier 2 tools now. I'm guessing they'll be in this. Things have changed. You have to actually use the casts there instead of just ingots now as well, so be aware of that. Rather than just make everything into ingots and use them in these, you've actually got if you want a advanced, like a millennium, like a cobalt pickaxe head, you actually have to make this cast in the smeltery now, rather than just being able to cast it into an ingot and then use the ingot. I think there is some new tools and stuff, tier tools like the hammer that does a 3x. Won't dwell too long on it, but I think there is some new stuff. Come on, don't make a liar of me. I should have looked in the book, shouldn't I? Excavator, I guess that's new. Cleaver. Oh, cleaver, nice. I might go with cleaver, that sounds cool. Scythe. Yeah, so there is new stuff that I've not seen before, along with the desert knapsack that I mentioned. So, what else is new? What else is new? I think that's everything. Oh yeah, vending there. So vending, you get a little vending block. I had a look at one of these in Creative the other day, and once you've got it, you can you put an item in that you're selling. You put the item that you want for it, and people can just come up and right click on it, and there's an interface, and they can buy and sell stuff from you really nice and quick. So if you want to like change emeralds for diamonds, for example, you could put an emerald in. You could put a stack of emeralds in your side, ask for diamonds as payment, and if someone's got spare diamonds, they can come and swap real nice and quick. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Like the old, is it trader mat, but it seems a lot simpler. Right, let's make some wood. Let's change that into sticks. Probably going to do too many here, but I'm going to dig straight down as well, so I'm going to make ladders as well as some fences. Let's make, is it 16 for a little pen? Let's have a look. So I don't know how long I've been babbling for. I should probably pause the video in a minute and just see how long I've been talking for. 3, 4, that's nice. That's a nice little 5. Villagers, get over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm actually going to trap my cows in this area. Get out, you lot. Get out. Dickheads. Come on. Come on. Come on, get out. I need some gates, aren't I? Shit, I've used all the wood. Ah, my tool. Get out, dickhead. Stay there a sec then. See if I can push you out that way. There you go. You can't fool me. That's it. Not using any gates in a minute. I'm going to do it the shabby way and just keep knocking the fence down. Let me grab a bit of wheat from here. And with that we can entice some cows over. and I've got my first little food source there. And then, yeah, I'll probably go dig straight down and see if we can get down to diamond level without falling in lava. Little technique I've seen Etho use on the ultra hardcore, that standing right on the corner of 2 blocks, you can safely dig down and you don't fall if one of the blocks all of a sudden becomes a hole underneath you. So I'll see if I can do that with the style and grace that Etho has when he did it. Might not be able to. That's probably going to make the cows not want to follow me for a few seconds, because they have a bit of a reset time, you know. When you see that, it'll take about maybe 10-15 seconds before they'll recognise the wheat in my hand again. There we go. Get in here, cows. So a nice little 5x5 there, which is the usual. What's going on? Get over here. And you. There's always one, isn't there? There's always one. Right, let's trap them in there. Get a sewer made as quick as possible and stuff, and we'll start collecting fertilizer from them guys. Right, so now let's I'm going to build my path down into the depths. So let's have some shit in there today. Pardon me, my voice cracking a bit there. Let's get all that stuff in there. I'm going to keep them sticks for me to make torches. I've got no food. I suppose I should breed some cows really, shouldn't I? So I've got a bit of food getting prepped. Get all the shit on me yet. Four cows there, won't they? So I need only 4 bits of wheat for now. I do like starting in a NPC village. It really does make things a little bit easier, even though there's not really much in this village. Come on, cow number 4, come here. Get out of the way, cows 1, 2 and whatever. There we go. Couple of baby cows on the go. And it's night time again. So sleep, and then I'm going down. I'll probably use all these sticks up. There's a ladder. Won't get that many, to be honest. $21. Not going to go very deep at all, are we? I need more wood. I'm going to break the camera. I'm going to see how long the video is, and I'm going to go get a bit more wood, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I'm back. The video's over 30 minutes, so I'll be wrapping up in just a sec. I am going to do some streaming today. Once this video's gone out, possibly about an hour after it's gone out, I'm going to start streaming. So if you watch the video in its first hour, be aware that I will be doing a bit of streaming if you want to join me and talk shit at me in the chat there. A couple of things I've not mentioned. We've got all down the mod list, but there's a couple of things that are not actually on the mod list that have been added. One of them is a thing called Infinity Bows, which means if you've got an infinite enchant on your bow, you don't need a single arrow in your inventory. Normally, if you've got infinity on a bow, you need a single arrow. That gets rid of that, so that's really quite nice, because I always put the arrow in a chest by mistake. So that's good if you've got a bow, you don't actually have to carry an arrow. And there's a thing called death timers or something that I think if you die, it lets you know it gives you an arrow to your corpse, but it tells you how long your stuff's going to be around until it despawns, which is also pretty cool. So it stops a bit of panic if you're panicking because you think your stuff's going to go. I think it says if I've seen a picture of it. It's up in the top left there. I think it says if the chunk's loaded that your stuff's in as well. So what I need to do now is I need to go into the well, do a bit of mining, and I'm going to do that over here. What I'm going to do is I've used all the wood again. No, I haven't. I'm going to make a couple of trapdoors, because I don't want my villagers going down here. I've done a little bit of stuff out here. I've put a fence around the little village, so we've got a little fenced in village. I've got some trees there, but I don't know if they'll grow that close. I fenced it off so the villagers don't go missing. Oh, there we go, a little cow pen. Lit this up so we shouldn't get mobs in here. And I got all the wheat, and I've replanted all the seeds. So all there is left to do now is build a hole in the corner. And head down, pretty much. So what I want to do is stop NPCs following me by putting a trapdoor on it, and then I've got all these ladders, so I can start digging my way down. So the method that I said I've seen Etho use is in the UHC is if you stand right on a corner like this, you don't have to keep moving, and you can dig down. So it's just in case if there's a drop, you know, if there's like a void, if you mine into a cavern or something like that, then if you do it like this, you'd actually fall, which is a pretty good idea. Let's put a light up. I keep trying to place lights with right click with my pick in my hand. Can't get my head around it now, I'm that used to having it from Tinker's Construct. The Tinker's Construct there, I tried making a weapon using an iron ingot. Not a weapon, a pick, and you can't do it, so I think you need a smeltery even for iron, so I'm guessing anything that works in the smeltery now needs to be using a smeltery and made into the right shape rather than using ingot. Does that make sense? So I tried with making a pickaxe head with an iron ingot, it wouldn't work. I tried it with wood and it would work, because obviously wood doesn't go in a smeltery. So I think that's a crack for that. So it's nice and boring. I'm going to go down. So, I need a stone pick for that, don't I? In fact, I want to go back up. Let's put a torch down here. Work my way back up. So you see, I made plenty more ladders, and I've got loads of sticks on me to make more torches or ladders as I get some more coal. What I can do is go back up here. Now, I don't particularly like having. Son of a bitch. Get off me. I don't like having this too wide because you can easily fall off the edge of the ladder and die. It's a bit of a stupid death dying like that. There we go, that's going my way down into the world there. Quickly before I go, let's make our first furnace, which can go there. And I'll start cooking that up so I don't starve, because I'm getting close to starving. I'm going to use a bit of wood, which I don't really like doing, but you know, when you've got nowhere else, a bit of wood will do. Okay, wrap up there, and if you join me when I'm streaming, I'll see you later. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. Bye.